Hello and welcome everybody to another modern stream. Today we're going to be trying out this beautiful deck list courtesy of over 9,000 subs. It's a nice little dono deck list that it's absurdly sweet. This deck list was taken from actually another fellow content creator which I didn't know before this, who's called Electric Bob 31. So shout out to them. This deck list is sweet. Apparently, they've been doing really well with it, and this list is very near and dear to my heart, obviously, because it has my my fantastic signature card right here in Elvish Reclaimer. And what we're doing is we're playing a Lurus deck. This is actually a shell that I tried on stream in the past before. I didn't really tinker with it too much, but I played lists like this in the past. And we actually are playing a couple of new cards as well. So let's get to it and let's talk about the deck list. But first of all, if you would like for me to play any deck list of your choosing, on make a video on it or just like stream it like I'm doing right now, you can check out the description of this video and you can find more information about how to go about it. But yeah, so what this deck is a Reclaimer deck. Obviously, Reclaimer gets a lot better when you have cards like Ursa Saga and cards that do stuff. So we have Reclaimer, we have Saga, we have Fetchlands and stuff. We have Boseiju and Takenuma, obviously, which are the two big ones. Boseiju needs no introduction. I've talked about this card to no end. Like, this card is absolutely fantastic. It completely changed Amulet, and it spawned some new archetypes as well. And then Takenuma, it's actually no slouch either. It's for, it taps for black and then you can channel it for 4 mana and you can discard it and then you mill 3 cards and then return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. So it's actually a way to recur our Lurus, recur our Reclaimers, recur our Voidwalkers or Goyfs. But yeah, this deck is just a black-green rock. Or black-green Rockleimer, obviously, at heart. So we're trying to jump our opponents out with Thoughtseizes and Inquisition. We have removal like Fatal Push in Blood Chief's Thirst, and a new card, which is Soul's Transfer, which is pretty neat. So 1 black, sorcery, you choose 1 if you control an artifact and an enchantment. As you cast the spell, you can choose both, and you exile a creature or planeswalker, and then you return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. So it can be both removal and it can be recursion as well. So when I saw the spoiler, I didn't even get close to considering this card as modern playable, but here we are. The other card is another one that I actually really liked when I tried this deck, which actually inspired my friend Kevin KO Diamond to try it out in their deck, which is Witherbloom Command. This card has been fantastic when I tried it. This card has so many things. The best mode, obviously, weirdly enough, I guess it's not obviously, but weirdly enough, is in my opinion the one where you mill 3 cards, because obviously when you're playing cards like Ursa Saga, Boseiju, and Takenuma, like all of a sudden recurring your lands is just huge. So even before the printing of Boseiju and Takenuma, I found myself milling 3 cards and getting back a land more often than not. And then while you're doing that, you can also destroy a non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Colossus Hammer, Renin 6, Sigarda Save. There are like so many. They just fit so many criteria, like Chalice of the Void. Target creature gets -3/-1, so it kills DRC without Delirium, it kills Monkey, etc. Or you can just drain your opponent for 2, which can be pretty good against aggressive decks. So this card has so many good things. So very happy that like we're just going all in. We're playing the full 4 copies in this deck list. This card is kind of fantastic. Then the rest of the deck is, just your Saga package. You're playing your bubbles, obviously, because you're a Lurus deck, so you want to be playing your 4 copies of Mishra's Bubble, and then you have a 1 of Nihil Spellbomb, 1 of Shadow Spear, and 1 of Springleaf Drum that you can find off of your Saga. Drum obviously being pretty important because we're a pretty mana-hungry deck, and we want to make sure that when our Saga gets destroyed, we have a way to generate mana somehow. Even though, weirdly enough, like we don't really have that many creatures in the deck. Like we have like 12 creatures plus the Saga tokens, so it's not that many. I wonder how often Springleaf Drum is going to come up. But yeah, really looking forward to trying out this specific deck list. Also, shout out to the one of Golgari Rod Farm. The one of Golgari Rod Farm just like Oh man, I really want, like, this is gonna be the goal for this league. I want to have a Reclaimer in play. I want for the third chapter of Ursa Saga to go on the stack, and I get my land, I get my artifact, and then I go find Rot Farm, so I bounce my Saga at instant speed with Reclaimer. Hot. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. In this server, we have Biting Needle, Soulguard Lantern, extra one-offs to go fetch with Ursa Saga, Seal of Primordium, Torpor, Void Mirror. These are, of course, just classic sideboard cards. Seal of Primordium against Hammer, against Amulet, stuff like that. Torpor against the Blink decks, even though they don't blink anymore, so I'm not sure how good this card is anymore. Still in the deck though. Void Mirror against Cascade. Obviously, more copies of Soul Transfer. I imagine this is against the grindy matchups. It's a little bit sus to bring this against the grindy matchups, which, you know, I'm assuming that our opponents are gonna be just killing our stuff, you know, so we're not gonna be able to get a 2-for-1 very often. But, you know, like, I guess exiling the Teferi or exiling the Omnath is it's a pretty big deal. And finally, Necromancia against the Titan decks, those pesky Titan players, get them out of here. You know, the Rhinos decks, the Living End decks, etc, etc. Explosive Explosive is a fine one of a fine two of as well that we can record with Lurus. We can kill Rhinos with this. We can kill Saga tokens. We can kill Colossus Hammers and Cigar the Sade. So pretty solid card. This deck looks fantastic, and I'm really excited about trying it out. So hopefully we're gonna have a very nice league ahead of us. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for round number 1. Okay, round number 1 against Elvin 7. I mean, this has turn 1 Reclaimer, 2 loops at a land. Like, I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm just never gonna find a land, and I'm just gonna die, but it's fine. Like, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Fetch land? Shock land. Yeah, shock land. Let's do it. Oh man. There's a bubble. There's 2 bubbles. Bubble you. There's a scrap Trawler. Yikes. JK Torber with a tier 1 sub. Hey! Thank you for coming back for the 13 months. What's up? Hope your Tuesday is going well. My Tuesday is doing fantastic. Ooh, no second land. Shouldn't have kept a 1 lander with 2 bubbles, opponent. That never works. Should not have kept the 1 lander with 2 bubbles. What were you thinking? Never punished. What do I want to do here? I don't think I want to start doing Reclaimer things just yet. I could though. We go get Saga. No, it just doesn't do anything. Like, we also just randomly drew 2 of our Saga targets. And I don't think I want to Thoughtseize my opponent that's missing land drops. Also, they did not crack the Chromatic Star to try to find land. That's... Oh, they knew they were not drawing land. That makes sense. I think I want to go Spellbomb. Spellbomb Shadow Sphere, swing for 1. We're playing Urborg, so I guess I could sack this, go get Urborg. So next turn we can Dothy into Thoughtseize. It seems kind of bad, honestly. Like, I'm not too excited about doing that. Like, I'm playing this. Like, this is the easy part. This is the easy part. But I want to save the Thoughtseize until after I have Dothy. I'm just gonna play both of these things. Next turn I just Dothy. No, I guess I'm not gonna be able to Dothy into Thoughtseize, so we're gonna Thoughtseize now. I mean, my opponent's playing a combo deck too, so I don't think... Well, that's gone. Ha! Alright. Okay. Opponent says my secrets. 2 lands. We're gonna see the Mechanist come into play. Yes. Okay. Look at the guy. He's so enthusiastic. You know. So enthusiastic. Huh. So we gotta kill this. Otherwise, my opponent gets to play Scrap Trawler, all sorts of trouble. So let's kill that. And this turn, I am going to activate Reclaimer, I think. And I think I'm going for Saga. How's the transfer felt? I haven't cast it yet. Sack Boseiju so we can get it back later. Ooh, Rot Farm? Allows me to hit my land drops? Okay. Okay. Alright. That's hot. Dude, Golgari or Rot Farm? Let's go. It's kind of nice that this exiles, actually, so we can exile. I guess this turn I'm just playing Dothy and activating Reclaimer again. So bubble myself. I'm drawing another bubble? Jesus. Well, I don't want to draw that, so... Yeah, I don't want to draw that, so I'm gonna activate Reclaimer right now. To go find my Saga. Another land's not bad. I mean, they can't combo me out here. I have a Dolphin in play. And I also have a Nile Spellbomb, so... They kind of have to walk in Ballista, kill my Dolphin here. And then we can combo Soul Transfer. Whew. Get back our Dothy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We don't get to make a Saga token, but like, whatever. This is so much hotter than that. Soul Transfer. Choose both. Kill that. Bring that back. This is great. I'm gonna have to go get Urborg though. Like, I'm starting to think that this deck really needs an Urborg. Maybe I should have gotten Urborg earlier. Another dude, like those mechanauts are so enthusiastic. Ethereum Sculptor. Huh. Well, this is starting to look pretty good, so I think I'm just gonna sack the Overgrown Tomb here. Go get Urborg. The Tomb of Yawgmoth. I kind of want to sack this Saga. I mean, we don't really need Dothy just yet. Let's get a drum. Now we're gonna have 4 mana. Play this. Black, black, play Dothy. This deck is firing on all cylinders. Jesus. Do we just swing? Sure. I'm just gonna play Shadow Spear here. I'm gonna start beating down next turn. Or do you have black for the spell? You got a scrap Trawler. Alright. Alright. We're playing. We are playing. Uh-huh. All of that is free because of these dudes. Take 2. That's fine. Another Dothy. Can suit up the Dothy. I kind of want to uptick this Blast Zone. 1, 2. I don't know if I want to kill 2s or I want to kill 3s. I think I want to kill 2s. It's going to kill my own Dothy, but... I can also just do this thing. I think I want to do this. Oh, I should have attacked with Dothy. I guess... No, yeah, I should attack with Dothy, for sure. 6, yeah. Pass to the turn. Should have attacked with this. Opponent concedes the game. This card sounds good. Oh yeah, we're playing Rock today. Fluffy. It's getting spicy today. Tell me how many soul transfer you've cast in Modern so far. I mean, any deck that plays 4 copies of Reclaimer, I'm gonna be into it, right? It's just... Some things never change, you know? Or it has some Titan-esque flavor to it. To be fair, I feel like they're spiritually very similar. I mean, this version for sure. Like, the second Reclaimer comes into the equation. It's just... You can count me in. Both Exavalances, for example. True. Will we bring it back in ALNs anytime soon? Maybe. I've been thinking about it. The thing is that... Man, I just have so many things that I want to try and so little time. That's my problem. I have jammed 4 Reclaimers in a deck that just didn't want them and Frank was all over it. Yeah, exactly. Always. If you can Reclaimer, you should. I think I'm just gonna cut the soul transfer. Flame try to take someone's absent crown. I don't mess with the absence though. Like the absence or ugh. Not a fan of absent. Not interested in taking nobody's crowns. They would need to have crowns for me to take them, you know? Yikes. Hope that didn't hurt. So Susam's having a soul deck recently. Look tight with the channels. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, when did this happen? When was it? Like that. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I can't remember. And somebody top-8'd a challenge with a Seismic Assault deck, and it looked awesome. And like, oh, that I also want to try that. You know, like there's just so many things that I want to try out. I'm gonna Inquisition before it's too late. Like I know that they have a Trawler, so And I'm taking the Trawler over Ravager. I think so. Yeah, because they can cast this, so. So now they're playing like green as well? When did this happen? Oh, also I have Blast Zone. I can play Blast Zone uptick next turn on too. Blow up my opponent's entire board. You're gonna play Ravager too? Yeah, okay. I wonder if my opponent attacks here. Because I think I'm blocking. No attacks. Okay. Goif. So if I play Goif... Nah. Gonna play Blast Zone and uptick. How do I feel that I am suggesting everyone in Red Prison to swap to Magus? I mean, it's the most logical thing to do, right, Fluffy? So I'm not particularly surprised. All right, that one's also dying into my Blast Zone. Spike already wanted to swap to Magus. It's okay. 10 players are members. Yeah, we just run this member. Like it's just fine. I'm not gonna block any of this. Like if they want to suck stuff to their dude, like I'm okay with that. I don't know why they would play this out though. This Glimmer Ward only here, held by the Springleaf Drum. I'm just gonna do this main phase before, so I can deny my opponent mana on their next turn. Swing for one. Honest question, because I'm a noob. Does anyone see Boseiju dropping much lower than what it currently is? I don't know. Like I'm pretty bad at figuring out. I've invested in some cards that did not go well. So I would not take my advice. Let me put it like that. I think we'll drop after hype. It's possible. There definitely is some hype right now. There definitely is some hype. The card is pretty good, but like what I think will make it go lower eventually is that this set is absolutely fantastic. I think they have a Thought Monitor in hand. This set, it's an absurdly never mind. It's really good for drafting. Like it's been one of the most fun sets I've drafted in a really long time. So I think that it's gonna get opened so much, and that has to eventually draw the price down. Like there's just no way around it. Like eventually it's gonna have to come down in price. All right, we got there. Black Green Rock doing Black Green Rock things. See you next round. All right, unfortunately we had some technical issues and MTGO crashed. I had to reinstall it. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. So the previous game is gone. Previous match is gone. But it's okay. We shall continue. And I'm going to keep this hand. Because I know no fear. I know no fear. I mean, this is like turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Dothy, right? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Yeah, 406 LOL. It was Spike. Spike came in with the raid, but my MTGO just crashed, so unfortunately most people just left. take Supplier, I guess. Because it incentivizes my opponent to go turn 1 Crab. And then please Crab me, opponent. Oh man. Okay. Let's see what they get. Nothing. Alright. GG's. Yeah, and it was brutal because like not only these, because my all right, my stream has crashed before. Like my stream has crashed before, and then it's just like super easy to fix. You just like turn your computer on again, and that's it. But this time around, it just nothing worked. Like I literally could not open MTGO. Like I would click on MTGO and it would just not open. And yeah, I had to uninstall and reinstall twice. Is this just it? I think this is just it. Cut a Witherbloom Command. Just got these souls transfers. Like I don't think I want Torpor Orbs. Maybe explosives? Like they're not even great. They're not even good, honestly. Yeah, I guess I'd rather just have the soul transfers, I guess. They kill like a Vengefine. Well, I didn't lose to it. Moto just crashed. I lost to the Moto crash. Moto crash too strong. I don't think we can keep this. I don't think we can keep these either. I don't think I can keep mulliganing though. Let's do this. And I'm trying to look for Duffy. I mean, I don't know if I can file for comp actually, because like they can argue that it was my computer, right? That the issue was with my computer. They don't check, they'll comp me. Nah, it's fine. It's just too much trouble. Take my Witherbloom Command instead of my Reclaimer? Does that mean they have a push? Oh, I should have bubbled first. Like, I'm an idiot. I should have bubbled myself. I was like autopiloting and I gave up some value here. Like this is just wrong. I should have not done this. Oh, all my stops are messed up too. Jesus. My turn. Man, this is just a disaster. Wait, no! That's not what I wanted to do! God damn it. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, Jesus, that's brutal. Okay. Bubble myself. Inquisition. I don't think I want that. What am I missing? Like, what stuff am I missing? Why is it going immediately? Yeah, but I don't want to lock it like this. Wait, why am I F6? Why am I F6? Moto just F6'd. All my stops are set up, right? F2 is F6 now? Well, well, today is something. Today sure is something. Why would they change all of the presets? So now F3 is F5? Oh man. This is because this is a stabs league. So I have to lose. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like... Hey, Stuntin, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Everything's happening live. This is live television, baby. This is live television. All of these mistakes are happening in real time. Yeah, we don't want that, so... I'm just gonna sack the forest. We're just gonna get a saga. I should have actually done it on upkeep so I can push Vengevine. Oh, there we go. Should have done that on upkeep so I could just push the Vengevine if I want to. Horror's Rises, thank you for the follow. I never ever want to have to reinstall MTGO ever again. Subtlety? Jesus. Okay. We can beat that. That's beatable. Amalgam 2, maybe not so much. Gonna play this. Play Dothy. Pass the turn. So now we're gonna take 4. Oh man, I can't. I feel like I can't play. So I'm just gonna block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna block here, and I'm not gonna play around anything. Activate. Should I get a rot farm? Just to hit my land drops? I think so. I think I'm gonna get a rot farm. Yeah. For me, F2 is okay, which is what I always like. That's how I have it set up. But apparently the presets. So I'm playing just clicking. This is the most annoying thing. Just a hardcast chill. Just a hardcast chill here. We're gonna go in style. Why are they fetching? Oh, because the Urborg is gone. That's why they're fetching. That's funny. Yeah, hardcast chill. All right, going out in style. Okay, so this again. Yeah, this is fine. I don't want to make any changes. The soul transfers are awful, but I don't think I have better options here. I mean, I do think the Witherbloom Command are still worse than the soul transfers. It's Lightning Helix, oh my god. It is Lightning Helix. Alright, nope, ship this. Yep, keep this. Doing the tutorial modo settings. Yeah, it's even worse. I'm doing a tutorial on boomer modo settings. Because clearly those settings are not the way that, you know, they are now. Oh, so I guess that this is 1 now. This is what I want, not yes and no. So 1 should be 2. Okay, so there goes my Dothy. to be expected. But now I get to play Goyf, play Saga on 2, and we get Soulguide Lantern and Nihil Spellbomb. Do I think that there should be a meta mode? No, hell no. Don't do that. Do not unban Dark Depths in Modern, please. Please do not. There are many cards that people are really adept for, like people just really like or they enjoy, which is perfect. But those cards are generally messed up. Like people want Zenith in Modern Legal, and I am a big fan of Green Sun Zenith. Like I'm a huge fan of Green Sun Zenith. Like literally every deck in Legacy that I've ever played is a Zenith deck. It's not okay in Modern. It is not. Green Sun Zenith would not be fine in Modern. No, it would not. You may think that it would be. It would not. I think Hogak will be fine to match. Yeah, Hogak, you know, classic. Decks are so fun in Legacy. I haven't played Modern since. So yeah, but Legacy has Wasteland and Force of Will. Big difference. That's like saying, well, Deathray Shaman is not so good in Vintage, so not the same. Definitely not the same. What a Punishing Fire. I think P-Fire is one of the closest ones. The issue that Punishing Fire has is that why, you know? That's the big problem with Punishing Fire. If you unban it, it's like all of a sudden, like it's just such a drag, you know? I'm gonna Thoughtseize right now. Yeah, you may have a subtlety, I think. And I'm gonna push the crab. And next turn we're gonna be given the option of, do we want to... I keep pressing 2 instead of 1. We're given the option of, do we want to make a token? Or I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let this Saga go and I'm just gonna get... No, I need to get Graveyard Hate, never mind. I just have to get Graveyard Hate here. So their hand is Subtlety and a Swamp that looks like a mountain. So the Swamp that looks like a mountain is gonna go fetch Bloodghast, and then we're gonna get Price Amalgammed. We could... They can get the Vengevine back, which is good. The question is... what if I just get Shadow Spear and I raise with this Goifo? Because then this goes to the graveyard. There's going to be a 5. Then there's going to be a 6/7 lifelink. That seems pretty hard to raise. And then I get a Soulguide Lantern with this. With the hot takes. Thoughtseize resolves. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for... Well, actually... No, actually, no. We're gonna do this. This is better. We're gonna make a token here, and I'm gonna get Soul Guide, because Soul Guide Lantern actually gets rid of the Vengevine, and I don't even need to crack it. So the Vengevine's gone. Play second Saga. 5-ya. Opponent down to 4. Their hand is Subtlety Unknown. And I think that whatever, yeah, exactly, whatever they had kept had to be something that could trigger the Vengevine. Gravecrawler. That's just not a good attack. Can I beat my opponent? Wait, what? So they're gonna chump with the Secret Keeper? So they chump with that. But they get back the Amalgam. And now I can make another construct. Not gonna attack with the construct though, because... But they have to chump here. Yeah, I think, I mean, unbans are great. Unbanning cards is fantastic, but I mean, there's a reason why those cards are in the ban list in the first place, right? I think that people are way too... What's the opposite of... I mean, no, I guess trigger happy is the word. They're just like, yeah, let's unban this, let's unban this other thing, and let's unban this other thing. And it's just like... I don't know. Hashtag free twin. Yeah, exactly. Okay. They send everything. I think I just trade with both amalgams. There's an argument for blocking both of these. It's not like the construct tokens matter too much. What is the preferred Seiju card from Neon Dynasty? That's a good question, and I don't really have an answer for that. Because I don't know yet. The cheapest one, I would say. It's in Ben Glimpse, yeah. And Glimpse is one of the safest, right? Because there's no Warwood Symbiote. There's Quirion Ranger, but Symbiote is the one that allows you to, you know, go infinite or like just do it every turn, like, at least. Just gonna... We're getting Shadow Spear here. This is super awkward. Yeah, I guess that we're just doing this. Get Shadow Spear. Suit it up. I do get to Thoughtseize their subtlety, which is nice. But Horizon say they're finally putting the Warwood. Yeah, I don't know. Well, house, but what I'm saying is, like, if I block like that and I go to 3, my opponent can have, like, their last card can be Otherworldly Journey, or it can be a Glimpse, and I lose to what's his name, right? To what is the name of the card? Drain 3. And sure, I have Soul Guides, right? But then my tokens die anyway. And then my tokens died to kill a Gravecrawler and a Bloodghast, as opposed to dying to create a Price Amalgam. To kill a Price Amalgam, right? I guess I can draw exactly Fatal Push, so I'm gonna do this right now. They draw Otherworldly Gaze. Or will they fetch? Or will they fetch? They do fetch. Did not draw Fatal Push. Who needs gravy or hate when you can have a Tarmogoyf wearing a spear? That's what I ask. See you next round. Alright, round number 4. Yeah, this hand's just not gonna cut it. Eesh. Guess I'm keeping this hand and bottoming the command. Gonna wait on bubble. Maybe I should have gone to 5, honestly. Faithful Mending. Whew. Okay. So it's probably some form of Reanimator, which we probably can't beat. Oh man, I really wish we had Bojuku in this deck. Twice already I found myself in a spot where, or like I guess in a matchup where if this Reclaimer could find me Bojuku, like it would just be game over. Yeah, we don't have Bog. And I agree with not playing in the main deck, but like not playing in the sideboard is kind of weird to me. Oh, I guess they shuffled, so they didn't draw this. Never mind. We do have an IL Spellbomb, though, which is pretty nice. Okay, so turning this into a 3/4 doesn't change anything, so I'm just gonna play this Saga. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to put Lurus in my hand because my opponent has an Ephemerate that's coming back, so... The Fairy? Priest of Fellerites. Okay. Take 3. none of our cards do really anything at all. Just get a Blooming Marsh, I guess. It's really sad. That's super sad. That's kind of fucked up, honestly. That is kind of fucked up. I really need this to like gain another chapter, so that's why I'm doing it like this. How I feel about Soul Snuffer? It's okay. Like it hasn't been great. Like it had one match when it was pretty good, but like I was super far ahead in that match anyway. So like it's not that it turned the tables or anything. It was just good. I have two options here. I can go get another Saga, which is what I'm gonna do, or I could bounce land. I think I want to go get another Saga because I already have another land that I can play. Anything you're busy with? I have 3 games. I played 3 matches. One of those was just like crashed. So I don't really have too much experience with the deck. Like I believe that, you know, whoever built the deck is a lot more experienced than I am in the aspect in the deck, so they're probably gonna have a much better idea on soul transfer. Like they're playing the full 4 copies, so I'm assuming that soul transfer has been good for them. Interesting. Well, I mean, that's happening. Does that mean they have another? They have another way to enable this? I mean, soul transfer looking kind of sick here, huh? Bosaiju who endures. It doesn't really do anything, right? It's just an untap source though, which is nice. So I think I want to make a token here. Yeah, Electric Bob. That's the name of the player. Swing for 6. Make a construct. Next turn swing for 9. Seems good enough for me. It's Secret, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And I think I'm playing out the Blooming Marsh. No natty box, such? No natty box today, unfortunately. It is the saddest timeline. What is this? Do they have Ephemerate? That's probably it, right? They just have Ephemerate. They were considering whether they wanted to Ephemerate the Grief to block. I mean, if they can reanimate plus Ephemerate, I die. What is this? 4 mana Grief. Okay. That's a chump blocker. That is just a chump blocker. Suit it up. Maybe they have Solitude. But I don't even die to Solitude, because anything they exile, it just gains me enough life so I survive. So Solitude doesn't even do it. Play that out on Seiko. I am very surprised. My opponent they just went for the combo for no reason. This is my turn. There we go. Drain you for 2. Mill 3 cards. Return a land from your graveyard to hand. Opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. You're dead. Got him. Solitude. Dude, reading my opponent like a book. Just reading my opponent like a book. A good thing that I did this before doing anything else, because now we drain them, get back Saga, play my Saga. I want to suit up one of the big boys. Attack. So their best block is here. They still take 6, which is lethal. Am I winning? Yes, I'm winning. Really appreciate looping the Witherbloom Command with Mystic Sanctuary and Legacy. That's just good value. It is. It is good value. So Soul Guide looks good. These seem like a trap. Not interested in these. These ones are a lot more interesting though. Fatal Push, garbage. Thirst, garbage. Wait, why are my Voidwalkers here? No, you guys stay here. You guys come back. No, not that one. You guys come back. Well, actually, Torpor Orb. Ha, Torpor Orb is kind of interesting. Not a huge fan of it. I'm like a medium fan of it. Needle probably just names the Fairy Time Raveler. Just maybe okay. Yeah, I guess Torpor Orb is fine. They're playing the Elementals version, right? After all. We have yet to cast Lurrus, which is funny. Sure. I mean, I'm gonna keep this hand, but if they have the nuts are gonna be pretty good. If they have like turn 1 grief nonsense. But I'm not supposed to ship back turn 1 Inquisition, you know. Chalice for 0? You really hate my bubbles, huh? No mending for you. Well, now we have infinite time, right? I can just blow that up with command if I wanted to. I'm not sure I want to, though. Then we just go Soul Guide, exile that. I'm just gonna play Rot Farm. Say go. Hey. Put lures to hand. I'm gonna whiff though. Like I'm just way too unlucky. Oh, I can just side you these, but then I give them a land. That's even worse. Look, I'm just gonna drain them. No creature, no land permanent. You lose 2. World Farm feels weird in this deck. I understand its synergy with the channel lands, but still. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's pretty weird. I agree that it's pretty weird, but it's been working out fairly well. Like, it's been just doing what it's supposed to do. Like, it's been just working. I guess I should have done the thing. Okay, so play that Reclaimer. Pass. Now we're gonna make a token. And we don't have flagstones, right? So Solitude pitching Solitude, well, that's really good for me. But we don't have access to flagstones, so Rot Farm allows us to hit land drops when we would otherwise not be hitting them. So it's been just good. Like, it's been just a fine card. Now we're given the option of, do we want to play Reclaimer or do we want to... I think I want to just play Reclaimer here. Yeah, let's get Spellbomb. Play Reclaimer. Jam another Saga. Serb. And next turn, Reclaimer starts doing the Reclaimer thing. Reclaimer is such an underplayed card, in my opinion. Like, obviously I'm biased, right? I'm obviously biased. Like, I'm not gonna ignore that fact. But at the same time, like, this card is really, really good. Like, it just does so much when you build your deck around it. Soul Transfer, hell yeah. Okay. See you for the next round. Opponent has had enough. Alright, last round. Getting paired against the Bird Serpent. Hopefully this is some sort of like stupid taxes deck as opposed to the 4-color mid-range deck. I keep this hand though, I guess. Bubble. Thoughtseize. Actually would like to draw that Thoughtseize. Hey, it is a Taxes deck. Don't you love it when your opponent just plays silly decks instead of playing real ones? Don't you love it? What are we doing here? Just taking Wisp. Also the classic turn 1 Vial in the 80 card deck, right? Just never not have it. Solitude is like so far away, but at the same time, like, we're gonna get there, right? Like, this is just eventually gonna show up. I'm gonna reluctantly take the Flicker Wisp. Just reluctantly take the Wisp there. We do have push for the Wisp, but like, it just gets value on ETV. Maybe they'll go Squatter me. Where's my Witherbloom Command? I want my opponent to go Squatter me, and then I want to Witherbloom Command, destroy their Vial, and get back my Saga. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that, please? Pointing deep in the tank about this Oath of Nissa. Is this the same card? This is the same card, right? So it's just showing up twice. Come on, opponent. You can figure it out. You're going to figure it out. Ramming up Excavator. Well, now I have respect for my opponent. Now I have nothing but respect for my opponent. I wish them the best in life. And I love what they're up to. That's horrendous. That's so bad for us. Ramming up is best, bro. Yes, I agree. It's just a chill guy, you know? It's just a chill guy. Okay, so they drew that. Esper Sentinel. All right. So what we want to do here is, because I fucked up my sequencing, I can still fix this though. Like, we cast this, we fetch, because I don't want my opponent to Solitude the Lurus in response. Overgrown Tomb, Shock, and now I can pay. It's just a beautiful thing when you get to play around your own stupidity. It's just a great thing. Let's check out what's up. Another Solitude. It's really good. Actually, it's pretty good. You know what's sexy about the Taxes matchup? Arbiter hits both players and you play Bosage. Yeah, I've actually, when I was playing Amulet the other day, I actually did that to a Texas gamer. Silly Texas gamer. So we got perfect info. Put Yorion in hand. Fatal Push. Okay, so we're gonna find the forest here. Then we're gonna push there. Pay for Sentinel. And I think I'm pushing the Sentinel as well. So now they don't have spells that they can cast. But this Solitude is gonna own me so bad. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get a hit for 7, but probably. Witherbloom Command. I command you. Didn't happen. Equip there. So if they drew a land, I am super fucked. If I play the second Goyf. If I play the second land, if they play the second land, sorry, because they just get to exile both of my Goyfs because they go Solitude into Yorion Blink Solitude. That sucks. Will occur you're playing this deck, so I don't goldfish last night at 2 AM. I wanted to try it. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's been a lot of fun. Got a little bit flooded. We just drew like the wrong lands. Because if we had found Saga, we would have forced my opponent to Ghost Quarter. That means that I get to play my Goyf. Puts a lot more pressure, then I get to Soul Transfer the Solitude. Like, we're in significantly better shape. No land, at least. Can we find Witherbloom Command? I guess another Saga would be the best thing. If we find another Saga, that's probably my best draw, I think. No, still Witherbloom Command, because I have enough mana for everything. So still best draw is Witherbloom Command. Witherbloom Command, I get to blow up Vial. Soul Transfer, Solitude. This Exiles, that's like a little bit of a numbo there, but are they gonna take it? They can't just take it, right? They're not gonna take it. Okay. So now I just have to Soul Transfer this thing. And I don't have enchantment, so we're not gonna be able. I guess there's anything I can get back anyway, so never mind. I'm gonna play the bigger threat here in Goyf, as opposed to playing the Dothy. But I just have to soul transfer there. Like, there's no way around it. Spare Sentinel doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna get to trample through anyway next turn. Is this day Electric Bob? Hey, how's it going, Electric Bob? Yeah, it's been fantastic, actually. Like, our only loss has been to my connection just dying. MTGO just crashing and me not being able to, like, I had to uninstall MTGO and everything, and it was brutal. But how have I never heard about you, though? Like, you're just tearing it up with Reclaimer and I've never heard about you? Like, it just makes no sense. Have I lost my touch? Have I lost my touch? So, this is still pretty good for them. Like, it's a big-ass sky, like a bird serpent, but like, at least it only draws them a card, that's it. Definitely lost my touch. Shut up, Kevin. Kevin, boo-hoo, I don't put Reclaimer in my deck. Kevin, boo-hoo, I don't put Reclaimer in my deck. Diamond. Jeez. Just gonna fetch again. Like, I'm running. I actually have ran out of fetchables after this. Like, this is my last fetchable. But 34 life. This is my last fetchable card. So, like, that's it. Good sequencing from opponent, doing it on my end step, on my second main phase as opposed to my end step, because otherwise they're not gonna get their blink effect until their end of their next turn. How do you like the name Golgari Aggro on MTG Goldfish? I mean, I think Black-Green Rockleimer it's a much better deck. But I don't know, man, it's your deck, so you can call it whatever you want. It completely tilted me every time they changed the name from Green-White Reclaimer. All I wanted is for the name of the deck that I came up with to be Green-White Reclaimer, but it was just too much to ask. It was too much to ask. Didn't like allowing toolbox, and yeah, apparently I'm an idiot. So Opponent has apparition. They're gonna Violet in. But they still can't block this. I'm gonna cash in this this spellbomb because I can find a removal spell, and if I find a removal spell, it's just over. It doesn't really do anything. Can you sum up how the deck fell through the league? Fantastic. Is that sum it up enough? Is that sum it up enough? Just really, really good. Okay. Oh shit, I fucked this up, right? Did I just fuck this up? What did I exile that is... Oh, there's no more creature now. Yes. But I can Boseiju the Oath? Oh, we can kill... You're kidding me, right? Like, Boseiju can actually just kill the Sentinel? Oh, not the exiles! Brutal. Yeah, but it's fine, right? Like, I just get to kill the Yorion. Like, this is just fine. And my Goif doesn't die. Dude, Boseiju is just... It's just fucked up, man. This card is just messed up, dude. Oh, wow. And I think I'd rather kill the Yorion than the Skycliff. Because even if they have a blink effect, it's just so much better for them to blink the Yorion. Because they blink the Yorion and then they blink the Oath of Nissa, yeah. Dude, Boseiju killing... It doesn't say non-creature. It just says artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land. Boseiju, the MH2 card that came late. Ah, that's great. That is great. The MH2 card that came late. Exactly. They show me Maul, so I guess that Seal of Primordium is gonna be fun. I guess it also kills Esper Sentinel. Yeah, this card's just cracked. This card's great. Also, Witherbloom Command kills Esper Sentinel, because fuck yeah. Scarlet Dothy. Explosives is probably not great because we can only play it for 2. Soul Transfer is okay. Like, I'm not excited about it. Maybe I just cannot cut Dothy. Like, I just don't have enough threats. Yep. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Like, this looks good to me. Seal of Primordium plus Lurus. Let's go. Ugh. I'm gonna keep this. Like, this is almost a spell. And my opponent's playing a Vile deck. A Vile and Hierarch deck. It's a lot of lands, but these are the good lands to draw, you know? Just take the Skycliff here. Leave them with a Thalia that doesn't do anything at all. You got a Thalia, friend. Hey. Good thing I drew that Ursa Saga, you know? Squatter. Is this bad for me? Okay, it's just Yorion to hand. That's fine. Is this deck better than Titan Throne? That's a fantastic question. Yeah, Dolphy has been fantastic this league. Dolphy has been absolutely cracked this league. Point is attacking for 3, right? Like they don't need to go squatter me. Like they can, and obviously if they do, that's great for me, but they don't need to go squatter me. Also, I just drew 2 of my basics. Eesh. That's like the one thing that I've been experiencing so far, is that I have run out of fetchables multiple times already. I was lucky enough that it didn't matter so far, but I have actually run out of fetchables multiple times. Is that a Yorion? Yeah, I can work with this. Hell yeah, steal a Primordium right on time. I'm gonna have to soul transfer here, unfortunately, because that Yorion is gonna destroy me. Also, this Kaldra is sort of scary. Opponent's 1 mana away from it. Next turn, Goyf can get suited up by the Shadow Spear. So all of this racing that the Thalia is attempting to do is just not going to matter. We'll just play a second Saga. Yeah, this is looking good. Oh, I have a seal plus spear for the Kaldra. That's sick, Kevin. Wow, that's awesome. Oh my. What a delight. What a delight. Also, this Goifo is about to be a 4-5, which is good. As long as my opponent doesn't have another Skyclave, we should be in pretty good shape here. Second Ghost Squatter. Well, you have to use it, right? Like, you just have to use one of them. Flicker Wisp. Okay. So now I have to Blast Zone killer dudes. So that way I can't get Kaldrad. Goif checks the Thalia. Opponent needs to go squatter me. If they don't have a way to buff the Wisp, maybe we're fine. Yep. Yeah, they just have to do it there. Opponent's last card in hand is the Kaldra. So here play another Saga. Now this can start serving And I think I'm gonna play out the Lurus. Oh, I fucked up. I had to upkeep activate Reclaimer so that we are one chapter faster. Oh, that was a pretty bad mistake, actually. It may end up costing me. That may end up costing me. I'm gonna die in the air. I guess they have the Ghost Quarter to stop that anyway. I need to find a removal for Thalia or a way to gain lifelink. So the way to win here is we either find a removal for... I guess I can just find a removal for the Flicker Wisps, not the Thalia. That's what I meant. Also, I guess Thalia means that they're actually not even close to to casting that card, right? I just noticed that. That's really funny. Here's a Saga. Reclaimer does not have reach, no. It just gets +2/+2. Man, remove for the Thalia means that Lurus can get through. We had a lot of outs here. We had a lot of outs. That's what Death and Taxes does, right? Like, it just keeps you off balance enough. Yeah, so we're just dead here. Game 3. Maybe I just want like any and every removal spell. No, but the Thoughtseize are fine. Like, getting rid of their stuff is good. Particularly with them having Yorion in their deck. Don't I dare lose to taxes. I'll do what I can, but I mean I can just flood. I can just flood. Who knows? All right, last bit here. I'm gonna go turn 1 Thoughtseize after bubbling them. They're drawing Oath of Nissa. Scale the apparition. Never didn't have it, says opponent. Never did not have it. This is kind of interesting. Like, I can just play Seal of Primordium here and just let it chill. Next turn, if they play an Esper Sentinel, I just Witherbloom Command. But then I don't have a Reclaimer in play. I kind of want to have a Reclaimer in play. Let's just have a Reclaimer in play. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, Reclaimer in play. I wonder how many Planeswalkers my opponent's playing to synergize with their Oath of Nisas, you know? Witherbloom Command. Mill 3, -1, -3, -1. Green black. Pay 1. Yes. Mill something good. Easy. I mean, if opponent never whiffs, why would I whiff, right? They're playing somewhere between 0 and 0 Planeswalker. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable number. They will play some cards. Yeah, that makes sense. What are you doing here? Double Sentinel opponent? Arcane Ephemeria? We're missing one card though, right? They played one of these Sentinels. Yep. Got me. Pass the turn. With this hand, I feel like the longer that the game goes, the better it gets for me, right? Oh no. Leonin Arbiter. So float mana, sack this, pay 2 for Arbiter, pay 2 Reclaimer, get another Saga. Pass the turn. I think this looks okay. Even if they attempt to like blow something up, like I can just push the Arbiter if I have to. I know my opponent draws 2 cards out of the deal, but it's fine. Mind Sensor. Okay. So this looks like an enchantment, and this looks like an artifact. Am I right here? So one would say that if I were to transfer my soul, I would be able to get a 2-for-1 here. Pay 1, yes. Pay 1, yes. And I'm gonna push Arbiter. Maybe I should have played Goif instead of pushing Arbiter there. It's close. You want to trade? I'll trade you. I'm just bullying my opponent here. I feel kind of bad. I am completely dismantling any resemblance of a game plan that they could have. Like nothing they do matters whatsoever. Even before I say this, you know, now I get owned somehow, right? That's just how justice likes to be served. So 1, 2. We're going to sack here. We're gonna get a rot farm. And do we make a token? Then we're going to play this. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. If we make a token, we're going to have 3 mana available. Yeah, that seems fine. Make a token, bounce my saga before it dies. Oh, I'm doing all of the things. If for a second you would think that there's anything, I'm doing it. Now I can needle Sword of Fire and Ice. Or I can go find Shadow Spear. Just needle Fire and Ice. Sword of Fire and Ice. Because this allows me to play the Goif. Looking good. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, we already had an answer for Sword of Fire and Ice, but this means that I get to use... Like, this is a much more mana-intensive answer, right? And this means that now I can use the seal to get rid of one of these Esper Sentinels. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Push here. Push here. Primordium here. Destroy my own land here. Opponent chumps the go if they takes 9. It's not good enough. We need better than that. Can we do better than that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's 8 mana. Blast Zone, blow up all my stuff. Ballsy move. That's the ballsiest move for sure. That puts a lot of pressure on them, though. I think I'm chilling here. I'm missing out on 2 points, but what this does is when my opponent plays Yorion next turn, I can push this. Pay 1. Yeah. Just gonna pass the turn here. Take it. Take 4. I think we're about to be 4-1. The only thing capable of beating this deck is Moto Crashing. You love to see it. All right. Trigger on the stack. Gonna sack this. Find what? Another saga? Sure, why not? Push there. Pay for Sentinel? Yes. Yes, pay for Sentinel. So now we can kill the Sentinel. Opponent has only a single blocker, and these 3 are lethal. Oh, they actually have the Hierarch. Never mind. So they have 2 blockers. So they're gonna block. Leonin Arbiter. Perfect. Anybody's game. So trigger. Oh, yeah, the opponent has had enough. All right, this deck is fantastic. This deck is awesome. Super fun too. Like I had a really good time playing this league. Super just filled with tricky interactions and like little things here and there. Big fan of everything that's going on here. Reclaimer is messed up, man. Like Reclaimer is just messed up. Like it's just so good in this deck. The Rod Farm was surprisingly very good. The only thing that I feel like this deck was a little bit shaky on was the color of the mana. I felt like it was hard to cast Dothy fairly often, and like I had to ship a bunch of hands that they just didn't cast my spells. You have a very low curve, but when you actually weigh in the fact that a bunch of your lands are just tap for colorless, like Blast Zone and the 4 Sagas just tap for color. This is realistically just like a 19 land deck, and then out of those 19 lands, we have 3 that only tap for green, and then we have 4 that only tap for black. So the mana requirements are not that steep on the green side of things. Obviously, we only have 2 spells, but you want to be casting this spell on turn 1, like every single time, right? If you draw it. So because of that, it's kind of weird. Also, we run out of fetchables, as I said. We run out of fetchables multiple times throughout that league. So I wonder if there's a way to add 1 more Overgrown Tomb, maybe over the 3rd copy of Blooming Marsh, or maybe simply as the 24th land. Another thing to keep in mind is that a bunch of the lands enter tapped. Oh, never mind. It's just the Rod Farm. Ignore that. It's just the Rod Farm that enters the battlefield tapped. No, you don't want Tile Admire because you want the actual source. Like you want a land that you can play on turn 1 and that can cast your Reclaimer or your Inquisition or whatever you need. And Twilight Mire doesn't do it. Like Twilight Mire just doesn't. It's not the land that we're looking for. Bog is fine, but if you're going for Bog, it needs to be in the sideboard. Like I don't think that you can main deck Bog. I do really like, and I would be surprised. I would be surprised if Electric Bob actually never tried Bojuka Bog in this deck. Like I'm assuming that they did, and it just wasn't good enough. Like the Nihil spell was just better, which I do agree, because it's a lot easier for you to have sagas and even multiple sagas than for you to have a Reclaimer that survives, and it's a lot easier for your saga to survive than for your Reclaimer to survive. So I think that it's better to have access to Spellbomb and the Soul Guide from the sideboard. It's better to have access to those than it is to have access to Bojuka Bog. Witherbloom Command was fantastic. Like every single time I drew it, it was just the nuts. Like it was just like killing my opponent's blocker, or like we blew up a chalice. So many things that this card can do that is just so awesome. Killing Esper Sentinel, killing freaking what's his name? Ragavan and Esper Sentinel. That's what I meant. So this list actually looks very, very well tuned for me. Bob talks about cutting that land. As I'm saying, like I would understand why it's not there. Like I've played Reclaimer decks enough to understand why we're not playing Bojuka Bog in the main deck. But I do think that it's an interesting sideboard consideration, particularly against decks like Living End, right? Like if Living End becomes a little bit more popular, then you just cannot wait for the saga to pop off and find your spell. You just need to have it on turn 2, so you can go turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 hold up Bojuka Bog. So there's that. Soul Transfer was surprisingly good. I'm not sure that it was 4 copies good, but it wasn't easy to turn on, but very like, how can I say this? So Soul Transfer did not feel like a catch up card. It felt a little bit more as when you had like a close board, it was just like a sick card. But yeah, I don't know. I am not sure that this is like 4 copies that I want. Um, well, you can't play Grace because you're a Lurus deck. And Lurus is really good in this deck, so... Is there anything else that you've recently played over Dolphy if you can't fix the mana? Not really, because I think that Dolphy is perfect. Like, Dolphy is the 2-drop that I would want. I don't think I would want Bob or anything like that. That's what you could play, but like this style of strategy usually struggles against graveyard decks, and the fact that we have main deck Spellbloom and main deck Dolphy came up multiple times, and it came up in multiple of the matches that we played today, so... I do think that the main deck Dolphys are pretty good. So I think that it could probably be better to fix the mana. Maybe you can cut the second copy of Bossage, you just play one of them and play an Overgrown Tomb there. Or just add a 24th land maybe in place of the Unearth. Which could be just like maybe another fetch land or something like that. Again, I feel like Overgrown Tomb number 3 is what I'm more excited about. Because of what I was saying earlier, where we only have 6 fetchables, and then you naturally drew a couple of them, or like your opponent Field of Ruins / Ghost Quarters you, and like you're kind of in a little bit of trouble. True, it could be God, but almost impossible to kick. I mean, you have a Reclaimer that can go find Yawgmoth, sorry. So we actually had this happen in the deck in the league that we just played. Like, just use Reclaimer to go find Urborg, and then just like all of a sudden your mana is just fixed. So there's that, and I'm assuming that if you're playing Turak, you're not trying to play Turak exactly on turn 4, right? Like you're preparing yourself to play a grandier game against maybe the 4-color decks or something like that. So that is something that you wanna try. You wanna keep in mind. But yeah, the deck is very good. This card was a little bit puzzling. Like it just never came up. And Sorcerer Speed removal, meh. I'm not super high on it. How much for more for Antonite? How expensive is Neglect? Yeah, but today I'm not gonna be able to. Like, honestly, it's pretty unlucky. I feel like if MTGO hadn't crashed and if my opponents had played a little bit quicker, we would have been able to fit into leagues, because my student it's in like an hour and 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to finish in time. But good stuff though. Good stuff. Like I'm very surprised. Which is the same thing that I said when I played this deck list like 6 months ago. Right? I can't remember when I played it, but all right, Steph. Thank you for the cheers. Yeah, like the deck is just. It's just good. Like it's just solid, and it felt really good. Every time that I tried this shell in the past, I have been impressed by it. So, Witherbloom Command, man, like of all the cards, man, of all of the cards to look amazing in this deck, like Witherbloom Command just kind of felt like the best spell in the entire deck. The best card is probably Reclaimer, right? Like Reclaimer did so much during that entire league, but like. In many situations, we were in a spot where I was just like, if I draw Witherbloom Command here, the game ends. Like, this card is just does so much. But yeah, so those are the things that I think about. I do like the deck list a lot, though. I think that these cyber slots could be better used. That's kind of it, really. Like, I feel like the rest of the sideboard is clean. Like, it just makes sense. I don't know if every single card is, like, the best card that you could be playing, but, like, all the other cards make sense. These 2 sideboard soul transfers are kind of, like, sketchy to me. How do you think the deck compares to Yorion Saga, since they're both Saga Green Black Lures decks with mana issues? Well, the mana in this one is so much better than Saga, right? So much better than Jund Sagas. Like, Jund Sagas is almost unfixable. This one feels like it's fixable, and like we are playing stuff like Boseiju and Takenuma. Like, you can just not play this card and just play Dual Lance, and like you're just good to go. Like, it's really easy to fix this mana if you want to. It's just like trying to balance and try to figure out what's the best point in terms of not giving up too much power level while, you know, addressing the deck's issues. So I think that is the balance that's going to be interesting to try to figure out, you know, to strive for. But I don't think it's impossible to fix this mana. But what this deck does is, like, it has much better mana, number one. It has, also, it just plays Reclaimer, so you have much better grinding value. And Witherbloom Command is just, it's probably like a worse version of Red and 6, honestly. But, I don't know, like, that's not necessarily bad in a way. Like, Witherbloom Command is like a one-shot, but at the same time, it sort of enabled itself, which we actually had happen in the last match that we played. It is like, it gives you the value immediately as opposed to over time, like Ren does, and it cannot really be answered, right? Like, you play your Ren, you plus it, you get a land back, your opponent like hits it, and they play their Ren, their monkey afterwards or whatever, you know. So if that's what they're trying to do, then they can play around the Ren. They cannot really play around the Witherbloom Command. Like, you're just gonna get 2 shots at like whatever the best modes are, right? Like, you're just gonna get 2 of the best modes, whatever those are. Yeah, deck's really fun. Deck's fantastic. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. And I think that there's room for tuning as well. The deck felt incredible in this form, but I think it can still be better, because some of the slots are, the word I'm looking for is just like not taking the most advantage of, I think. I don't know if there's anything better than Bloodchief's Thirst. There just has to be, right? Like, there has to be something better than this card, and there probably has to be something better than an Earth as well. But I mean, an Earth as a way to get back Lurrus is like okay, but I don't know. Well, like when you draw it earlier in the game and you just have to cycle it, it's just like, ugh, kind of not great. Okay, thank you so much everybody for watching. This was a fantastic league. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You can help support the channel while doing so. And yeah, hopefully you will leave a comment below with your favorite stuff about the deck list and whatnot. I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.